Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to CappingTV and our coverage of ESEA's Mountain Dew League for season number 29. My name is Justin, aka Cyberwaste, and I do have a co-caster by the name of Chuck. How you doing this evening?
Yeah, pretty good.
That is very good, and he is a man of few words. And we do have a debut match for one particular combatant under the Org of Order, and we have their match versus Vizard on Nuke coming up for you. And it was actually quite the blockbuster trade between Tainted Minds and Order, picking up the member of INS, who has replaced Sicko, who has gone on to much greener and, well, more brainier pastures based off their logo. But this will be his debut, and we'll see how he fits in with this core unit that has been together for quite a while. Well, aside from Alistair entering the fold very recently, we'll wait and see how things pan out. They are facing another unknown entity, at least in the Counter-Strike realm, in the form of Vizard.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see how Vizard go. They're pretty well-known org. Not too sure how well-known they are in Counter-Strike, but it should be an interesting game anyway. So, yes, should be pretty fun to watch. We do have Order having a coach in the game, so he will be watching the game and giving his team a little bit of buffs, but that's something we thought we'd point out at the start.
Indeed, Mr. Elmer Putty is the coach for Order in the spectator's position, being the all-seeing eye, and just between you, me, and the rest of the cast, having one of the cooler handles in amongst the ranks of Counter-Strike, because he sounds a bit like Elmer Fudd, but a lot more maneuverable and kind of squishy, and that's pretty cool. But with all that said and done, this will be a debut for a relatively new lineup. I know Alistair has been a member of Order for quite a while, but INS has only just entered the fray, coming in from Tainted Minds. I have completely blanked on when it took place, but it is extremely recent, as it was. This is actually his first live match with the gentleman being INS being in the starting lineup. We'll see how quickly they've all actually come together and how well he performs. He's definitely a formidable beast with the AWP, and see any weapon that you put into his hands. And we've seen that before. He's been an X factor for a lot of teams. The old Corvidae back in the day, and the previous squad he was in of Tainted Minds, and hopefully that will continue. And speaking of continuing, we'll continue our formalities. We're going into the knife round, and all 10 are in the server. And Chuck, would you kindly run us through our lineups?
So, for Vizard, have Them, Lays, Richie, Hi, and Tyson. And for Order, you're going to have Lies, Alistar, Hats, Ins, and Enigma. Or
Imagine.
That's an interesting way to spell it.
He's had that spelling for quite a long time. He's actually a former member of the Team Immunity roster that went to ESL 1 Cologne. So he's definitely a long-standing member of the Australian Counter-Strike scene. And let's see if he will make his mark. Vizard will be your defenders, and your attackers will be the slightly unproven but still extremely scary side of Order. And Order will be armored up entirely from end to end with no pistol changes, and we have 4 members armored up for Vizard and a smoke and diffuse kit for Tham moving forward.
Yes, as we see Order moving down that control room, pushing out down towards ramp as they force their way through. It's going to be Kai getting take out. Hat's getting a kill onto Kyson, and the bomb will order be going down right in front of Toxic. Seeing what else happened. In's running into the vents, getting a beautiful kill onto Tham, and this is it. Plays the last one left. 1v4 situation has been spotted out. Does get a kill onto Hat. And he looks like it's going to be hard for him to get this one. He has to get an ace to get this round out. And he looks like he's already falling away and letting them run towards him. There's one. There's two.
And Liaz as well, but Inns will put the parting order and say no more partying for you, Lays. Order will get the initial pistol round, but probably losing a bit more casualties than they would have liked after the post plant took place.
Yeah, fair bit of casualties coming from that post plant. But gonna see Order go for a 4 AK buyout with one of the MP5s. Ooh, guns to come into this CSGO. Crimp getting a long shot on to Lays. That was a beautiful dig. Happening right there. Hat's gonna refrag him out. Beautiful dig shot. Already happening. Gonna be taking out one of the AKs for Order.
That's a big casualty that you do not want to lose. Alistair will take out Lays and put a few bullets into them before finally putting him down. And the bomb itself is still moving, and Alistair is still causing an absolute ruckus. And that will be the end of that. A 4K there for him. And just starting as he means to go on.
So that is another round that Order will take out. Vizard gonna have to eco another one out. And so gonna see what happens here. Looks like they're sending a few of them out towards that outside again, where they pushed from last time, maybe going for that secret push. And all the CTs running down that trophy. We're all gonna get one, but Crimp finally gonna take out Imagine. And they have picked up himself an AK. Ince got that MP5. Has taken out Lee's. And that is a 4v2. As I say, that 3v2 as Crimp gets another kill.
Onto the new recruit of Inns, and Hat's also going down. So Order might be a little bit timid now, wanting to do any further chasing. And Krim, or Richie as he's known on HLTV, will stop his run there, and Liaz will get the last frag there. That's the fourth round for the fourth round coming up, the third round for Order, and 2 men survive. And well, that would be about the limit that you would want in terms of casualties for Order, especially going into the first gun round.
Yes, they have got the AWP on tie. Going to be able to contest that outside if he chooses to go there, but it doesn't look like he really is. He's going to play a different location. In's getting already a kill onto Tyre, and that's their AWP already taken out of Hats. Will be taken out by Crimp, though, as Alistar will be pushing out from Secret. Won't get the kill. Crimp will take him out. This looks like Vizard are fighting back, only losing 1, but in a 4v3 in a good spot right now.
In a good spot, but the AWP is still out of contention. It's still on the ground, and Imagine has bought it all square, and Inns has tipped it back in the favor of Order by dropping Kyson, and now it is up to the rest of the troops to rally. Liaz does have the bomb on his back and is moving down towards the B site. The smoke is down, the digits are being punched, and now Tam and Krim, aka Richie, are now on the attack, trying to wipe out all the members of Order and defuse the bomb.
Yeah, that bomb will go down. Only Krim stands going in, spots out both of them in a beautiful straight spray transfer from them. Both 2 headshots, both of them going down very quickly. It's showing out off. He's very good. He got a 3K that round, playing pretty well. 4K.
It said on my overlay it was a 4K there, and he is 8-1 after 4 rounds and moving into 5. And Alistair is a little bit slow on getting the buy-in, but it worried me for a sec. But it looked like everything did taper out. Vizard, really wanted to try to do damage. They do have a full deagle buy, but Liaz will take one of those out in the form of Ty. Vizard a little bit on the back foot thus far, and well, the Epi 5 runner of Hats getting a little up tap there, but it might not amount to much. Ins still having a good showing, taking out Crimp. And now it's just mere formalities at this point. Alistair and Liaz will team up to rid another Vizard player from the server. Liaz will continue going on, taking out Tam, and now Kaiser, you are all that remains. Do you want to elongate things, try to get a weapon out, or are you just going to run for your life? Hats is on the A site, punching in the numbers, and now the bomb is officially down. All 5 members of Order are still left standing, and Kaiser, what are you going to do?
Yeah, he will get 1 kill on Alistair. They're doing a little bit of damage. Not really affecting the eco of Order too much. Still, all of them in a very good place to lose the next 2 rounds. So, they're pretty set right now.
There's another thing that you do have to keep in mind, though, the loss bonus. It looks like the CT side will now be able to buy very similarly to what you see on your screen right now. It looks like Order wanting to rush into the upper side. Crimp will delete in, so that will sort of stunt a little bit of aggression and make Order reconsider. And Kaisen will engage at ramp, will drop Liaz, but will get no more. Hats will avenge him and get the trade. Crimp moving extremely far forward and dropping Imagine. So this is the most solid man advantage for Visiting quite a while. They are up in a 4 versus 2, and the bomb is down in the foyer.
Yes, only Alistair and Hats left against 4 CTs here. This is the round Vizard could take out, and is still not out of the battle yet for Order. They still could show that they are kicking and try and take this one out. Only time will tell with 50 seconds left on the clock. And not too many of the CTs holding the bomb right now. It looks only like Crimp is sitting in the near vicinity as them starts moving towards it from outside.
And well, if you're Alistair and Hats, you'd be basically counting the clock or trying to pick apart this defense. Might get the frag onto Crimp, but the teammate Alistair did fall. The hands of Tired Tam will stop Hat. So that is the goose egg broken for Vizard. They are now at a deficit of 4 and did have a good standing in terms of surviving CTs. Now it's up to them to keep this going, because if the CT side on Nuke gets dismantled very early on, if they get completely demolished this next round, it's going to be extremely difficult for Vizard to get back into it.
Yes, but them getting that first round, that Molotov doing a fair bit of damage. That's going to be Hats losing his one. Sam early on, but In's going to push it out and get 2 kills there. Lies the other one, and there's Imagine getting Kyson on the rotate from the flank. There is only 1 left against 4 of the Order, and this looks... That was a beautiful fast push, going through that Molotov, getting those frags, and just trading that first death was just beautiful, and a nice round. Only Ty left. So it looks like he'll probably go for the save of the AWP.
And he's looking directly into the vents, perhaps anticipating a drop down from the members of Order. It looks like there will be no such luck for Ty. He's unscoped and slowly moving back up through Secret. The bomb will detonate, and it looks like Order are in no place to contest, so the AWP will be carried over. But Vizard, they did not want that at all. They didn't want that aggression. They didn't want that war machine of Order just to run into the site and just basically take ownership of the place.
Yeah, and Ince just messing around at the end, doing some cheeky little shots at his teammate. Does do a little bit of damage. Doesn't quite get the kill on his own teammate. But let's see what happens. It looks like they're going for that fast aggressive play again as the flash goes out, and they are pushing out, and Lies getting the first kill, getting a second one. Crimp already taken out. Alistair Sam sitting behind the silo, gets 1, has to reload, will be taken out by Ince. Ince going to be looking out for heaven and taking the head of Kyson off. only a 1v3. Hi, last one back left again as he goes towards heaven, but he's going to be smoked off.
Inns is having one heck of a debut. That should be said. He's currently on 13-2 and has been a thorn in the side of Vizard thus far. And that's not to say that the rest of Order is dragging the shade by any stretch. They're definitely more than capable. It's more like Inns is like, okay, guys, I got this. Liaz will get the final frag there on the tie. The orb will be carried over to the terrorist side, and Alistair will get that into his hands. And now it is 7-1 in favor of Order. Order are close to winning out the round, and we are only 9 rounds in. And Vizard are in no state to offer a rebuttal. Look at their economy.
Yeah, they've got plenty of money. And Vizard going for a full eco here, only having the USPSs rushing around. And Leah's going to pick off High straight up. That's already one frag. And Crimp also losing his life to Inns. Inns getting 2 right there. Kyson getting the kill onto Alistair. Imagine going to be taking out Kyson. Has a lot of still team damage happening. A little bit of confusion maybe happening there. But going to see what happens here. As Lay's the only one left in secret. Going to be spotted out by Imagine there. Imagine getting the kill. 8-1 to Order.
That is the half one out. Actually, I have a little bit of a curious theory about all the team damage. Perhaps, given it's Inns' first night, they're just sort of softening each other up. It's sort of like a weird form of team bonding. Who knows? Maybe that's what they're going with. But with this side of Vizard, they do have a buy-in, but it's all M4s, smokes, flashes, and a couple of fire bombs on Crimp at least, and that's already been used. And a little bit of pot shots moving out towards Team Red, and the entire squad of Order just moving like a death machine down through sequence, down to into the halls towards the B site. Sam made note of this. He definitely will now that he's riddled with bullets, and Layers has actually dropped in. Now we are at an even 4 versus 4. But the bomb is still on the back of Imagine, and as soon as he spearheads or commands a configuration, Order will be good to go, and that's exactly what happened. The bomb is actually down, and Vizard are now really trying to figure out where to go next. And Liaz has just stopped whatever retake Vizard probably had in mind, and now Kyson in a 1 versus 4 angry Order terrorists. And from the looks of things, Kyson wants no part of it.
Yeah, Kyson getting out of there. That's going to be a hard one to push. They're just going to go for the save. Kyson sitting in the T spawn. Might meet up with Hats in a second as he's running towards that area with Imagine. Might lose his gun at any moment now. Gets 1. Sprays on the second. It gets the second, so won't be losing his gun right now. And getting 2 kills off, but Order in no real money deficit right now. Really that affected drastically.
No, look at Liaz. He's got $14,000. If you order, you can basically make a bet of money, and then say, yeah, can I have more money because I need more money. 9 rounds now for Order, and Vizard are looking a little bit crumpled in terms of offering a reply. But Liaz and that salvage rifle are actually going to work. Kyson has gotten a 2K there. And maybe the feel-good times of Order might be coming to a close. Alistair does drop 10 with the AWP. Liaz is up on the roof if he can get the eyes onto Layers, and that's exactly what it will do. And the bomb is now off. So now a 2 versus 2 and a little bit of a stalemate until one of the teams make the next move, and the bomb is now on the back of Alistair.
Yes, and that bomb will go down around that. Looked in Vizard's favor, has switched towards Order a little bit now because they do have that bomb down, really controlling. Kyson will know. Alistair getting a beautiful kill onto Kyson. Crimp refragging Alistair out. Crimp will lose his position. Liaz finds him out, gets that, and that will be the 11th round going to Order. 11-10. I mean, 1-10, sorry.
10 and 1, and Order. Well, let's be honest, they cannot be touched right now. The debut man of Inns is having an absolute showing. Liaz is firing up on all cylinders, and Alistair, Imagine, and Hats, no slouches at all, are there to offer support. We're already seeing a lot of love taps and a lot of player rounds with weaponry, and a lot of damage from that HE nade on the Vizard. It's a little bit worse for where the Thames wrapping around. He could effectively pinch Order. It does actually get 2. Inns has been forced to reply, but does reply swiftly by dropping 2 of his own. I will stop Inns and his run, and Alistair will reply with the op of his own on delays. We are back in a 2 versus 2, but now it's actually in favor of Vizard, and now it's Alistair versus Ty and Kyson. And they have bomb control as well, the CT side, so this has been made a whole lot more difficult.
Yes. Looks like Alistair and Kyson might meet. It's just whoever's going to see him first. Alistair's going to give away his position as Kyson peeks out behind that Silent. Will take out Alistair. Another round 2 visit. So that's one more to that. And then they can afford to buy up, and they're going for the double AWP setup, looks like. And also running an MP5. So, against a full A-Cup lineup of Order, as their money is starting to deplete a little bit. But it should be pretty interesting round to see what happens. Tide not quite hitting that shot through the smoke, just missing by a fraction. As they Order start moving up close, and Hat's going to get one little kill, and he's going to... Look there, beautiful positioning right there, getting 2 kills. Onto Hats and Lies as Ince moves through, gets 2 of his own. This is back to a 2v2, only Ty and Kyson left. Both have AWPs against 2 AKs. See what happens with this.
And Inns has dropped down to the lower site, put down the smoke, put in the digits, put down the bomb, and has put Vizard on offense. Ty and Kyson show us your medal, and it looks like Kyson's deemed the AWP a little bit inappropriate and has swapped himself to the M4. Both members do have kits, but Imagine is in the vents and will take out Ty's legs on the drop. Now Kyson Inns and Imagine, and Inns on a 20 frag game thus far, and Imagine will put a round right into Kyson's brain, and that is the 11th round for Order. And yeah, Vizard did get 1, but at what cost? Looks like Order were they've just gone to another level and it's showing no mercy. Just saying to Vizard, welcome to the show. We will be your guide, and Vizard do not have a lot to go into this round.
Yeah, so round 4 Order, as a little bit of damage is done for both teams. Kyson and Ince both losing their lives for the 14th round here, but a lot of damage has been done to Order. Alistair is very low, and Hats loses his life. Alistair only on 4 health. They're wrapping around and might be going back to A. Trying to play a bit tricky here and catch him off guard.
Perhaps. They do have a lot of time to play with on the side of Order. And just a fun little note, at least for those that keep up, the team kill actually happened from Liaz onto Hats, and they, in my opinion, are the best bromance in Australian CS. Changed my mind. We're down to just under a minute, and Liaz has dropped Alistair and Liaz and the bomb in hell. And now it is Imagine versus now 2 Vizard teammates after dropping Tam. If Imagine can actually turn these into a pair of jewels for himself, this could be very doable. And now it is a jewel of the fates. Ty versus Imagine. Imagine is skulking right away with the bomb. Ty's shot spotted the shoulder, and it did Imagine's brains all over the wall. So that is a 3rd for Vizard as we go into round number 15. But if you're Vizard, you still wouldn't be happy with this buy coming forward. You only had 1 surviving member, and you're going to have to scrimp, save, and get whatever you want. But Order, they bought whatever they wanted, and that's exactly what they have. They have 5 MP5s. Really wanting to show off that weapon and its potential. I'm pretty sure a certain character in a certain game would be extremely proud, but Kaisen will put the heck on a UMP 45 to use and wipe out 3 members of Order before being replied to, and it is only Inns and Liaz versus 4 members of Vizard.
Yes, but Inns playing out of his mind, so I wouldn't even doubt him from being able to pull this round back. Bomb will go down, but Liaz gonna lose his life as Crimp jumps out and gets both of them, and that's Inns and Liaz gone. Another round, 15th round, going to Vizard for 11 for the changeover.
Yes, but let's not beat around the bush here. Vizard would have hoped for a lot more rounds on the CT side. Even with the new rework of Nuke, you still would give this to the counter-terrorist side. That's a 9-6 or a 7-8. So an 11-4 is not what you'd want. And given Order is now on the CT side, you'd be heavily favoring them, but it's not out of the realm of possibility for Vizard to give Order the exact same treatment. Let's wait and see until the warm-up has concluded. And now the restart will come in, and we are after the change. And now it is on Nuke. Order are in the lead and defending 11-4 over Vizard, who are your attackers.
Yes, so it's going to be quite interesting to see if Order just really destroying him, but only time will tell. See what happens, as looks like for I think Vizard are going for Marshmallow play as 3 of them move up there, and Alice is getting very aggressive. In's already getting a kill onto Tham, but Alice is going to get taken out by Person. In's getting 2, but Liaz also getting 1, and Hat's getting 1, and then Imagine right at the end going to be taken out Ison.
Only person of Order not to get a frag that round is Alistair. He probably would have wanted the teammates and say, I did my part too, but that is a 12th round for Order, and Vizard will, well, given they got no bomb down, they're throwing caution to the wind for the looks of things. They have bought armor and deagles for 4 of the members and Kaisen on the scout, and a little bit of love tap on the back of hats, and the MP5, and poor Kaisen gets his head ripped off by Alistair and his scout, and Liaz will follow suit onto Lays. So Vizard are really on the back foot early, and they have no bomb on their backs either.
Alistair picking up another kill behind, and Crimp getting 2 as Crimp gets another one. Wallbag Deeg evening things up. Only Hats and Liaz left in Order, but Crimp will be taken out by Hats. Only Ty left as he sees Hats there, and it's a 1v1 M4 on each, but Ty definitely has the lower health, so it's whoever gets the first shot off is going to win this or spots the other one.
It's the most pure form of a gentleman's duel. 1 shot and 1 kill. The bomb is on the back of Ty, and no noise is being made, and Liaz is primarily unaware of what is about to transpire. Liaz is sitting in the vents, patiently waiting, perhaps thinking that Ty is going to move towards the lower side and put the bomb down. Now he's moving at a fuller pelt and punching in the digits. That will be the cue for Liaz to make a move. The bomb is now down. The door is open, and there goes Ty. That ninja effort was not so much fruition, and Liaz, well, asserting dominance over his slain opponent. The bomb will be defused, and Order will continue their run of good fortune and good form. They have 13 rounds to the 4 of Vizard.
Yeah, just showing some good sportsmanship at the end there. Finally, as Going to chuck the spray down on his body. 13-4 order. Going to be having a lot of couple rifles and some subs to play with against a full team of Deagles, but they did some damage with the Deags last round. 2-1 Deags went off, so see if they can go for it again as Inks tries to go in and get aggressive, but no, Ty's not going to let that happen. That is Inks already losing his life. That's one gun down.
Yes, indeed. And Inns definitely would not have wanted to go down there. Perhaps this will make order ask a few questions. Definitely with a 50 AE planted into Alistair's face, thanks to Crimp. Yet again, Liaz will drop to Lays and say, I'm the better L name. Try to fight me. And now it is Hats versus 4 members of Vizard who are angry and have a point to prove. And the bomb is now down, and Hats is now down and out. Crimp will get the final say. 2K for him, and a 5th now for Vizard. And the entire camp would probably be saying, well, it's about time.
Yeah, so Vizard going to be whipping out some more expensive guns. Going to have Ty on the AWP and some more rifles in the hand. Order only going to be having 1 SMG up on Hats, the rest with CZs and 1 Deagle on Alistair. So as Vizard looks like they're going for that outside secret push with a lot of firepower going there.
They'd definitely be wanting it and holding it ever so close to their chest and not wanting to let go. Or they do have quite a large cushion to really play with, so they can give away a few more rounds, let the round loss bonus accrue for themselves. And we'll have to wait and see. And Les will sit out Alistair a AK rifle round. That is not a fun time to deal with such a thing. So now the defense is thinned out a little bit on the side of Order. They'll have to really count their cards, and Vizard are not really rushing into it either. And Hat's almost catching members off guard in radio, and that is Crimp going down, but not without giving Hats a ton of damage on the way out. And Imagine will drop layers. So as quick as that long stance it took to say, things are turning, and now they're running out of time on the side of Vizard and running out of players. Now Tam the only person left standing.
Yeah, will hit up and take out Ints, but also hits up Hats lots as well. 15 seconds left on the clock as he runs around that corner, but does not expect Hats to be in that vent and drops right on his head, giving another round to Order. And 14-15 getting ever so closer to Order taking out this game.
Indeed, Hats being the final, the person in the movie Alien, just skulking around in the vents, just saying, I'm just gonna steal a rifle off you. Hope you don't mind. And Order are on 14. Visitor on 5, and Visitor playing like they have nothing to lose. They've poured up, they're running out the squeaky door onto the top site, and well, just catching Order completely unawares, running right through the Order defense, and now it is a 4 versus 2 in the blink of an eye. Alistair and Hats are left to port this back, and Hats can't do that anymore because he is dead and buried with a round in his belt.
Yes, only Alistair left with the AWP. Sitting around secret area, probably wants to go for a save. Will get spotted out by Kyson and will lose his life to Kyson. Fast round from Vizard, fast push, getting that plant down ever so early. And look at that, Vizard with the money. Who's spend now with Order not really having much at all to do anything.
That doesn't mean they're not going to try. They've cleaned out everything. They're going armor and CZs only. I actually want to see this succeed. We'll see how this ends up coming in. Alistair just legging it like a bat out of hell as Ty just puts up the stop sign. Says no. No running in the halls. That's enough of that. And that's brought the attackers to a little bit of a strong arm, with 2 members of Order now down, with hats being sent to the obituary. And it looks like, well, barring any shenanigans with these CZs, we know how strong they are. But barring anything out of the ordinary, we will expect another round of Vizard. And perhaps a door back into the game slowly opening for them.
Yes, we hope for something out of the ordinary, something exciting. Them kicking back, showing they're not out for this round. Yeah, that'd be exciting to see. But it was
See with our own eyes, hopefully.
starting to come into a bit of a stalemate here. A lot of time being spent, not much happening. As Ty gets hit up a little bit as he peeks away. Little cheeky push out, little tap. But as they drop, Vents is going to get taken out by Carson as they try to drop. And he drops again straight. Imagine gets another round into his face. He's sitting there, and Carson getting a 3K from that Vents.
Kyson almost got Goomba stomped by Liaz. If only the drops on Counter-Strike, if only the CTs or Ts when he dropped from a high place on top of another player, if only it did damage. It may make things a little bit more arcaded than they need to be, but they'd be funny. They'd be funny things to really ponder. And now the Order lads are, well, strapped for cash, and they're just going for an eco. So we will take this time to run you around the grounds very quickly, bring you the results of the opening night of the Mountain Dew League. I'll bring up the score sheet very, very shortly and tell you the scores. Unless Order throws up some sort of strange magic trick and kills everybody. It's like, this is extremely strange, but I'm definitely a fan of it. Liaz will be in a tandem effort with hats and drop lays. It might be the only trade that we will get. So, while we have your attention, Carnage defeated Exto 16-11 on Mirage. Dynasty absolutely dominated Formidable 16-3 on Cache, and Sea Dogs got the first win over Formidable 16 rounds to 12s. Those are the results that we have on hand, and Alistair will actually don one of the Vizard members and pick up an AWP for himself. That is a huge scalp for him to take. But Kyson on a 4K, and we'll have to try to find Alistair to get the final frag for the ace, but it looks like he's in no position to do so. And when you sit down and think about it, Alistair has 4750 on his back. He would not want to lose it. He might lose it to Crypt, though. That's exactly what will happen. So no AWP will be carried over to the CTs. They'll stay in possession of Vizard. And they are now on 8. And, well, if you Order, you're not sweating yet, but you're running out of rounds to play with, and you might have to knuckle down very soon.
Yeah, but there, Vizard. Double AWP setup against Order's full M4. And a little bit of utility. Gonna throw some nades out as they open up a long line of sight. Kyson getting the kill onto Imagine. Alistair also getting a kill onto Ty. So that is a 4v4. See, continue what happened in this round.
A little bit of a stalemate, but if you're thinking about a trade will favor the terrorist side, we'll have to wait and see how all this transpires. But if you're on Vizard, you know how close Order is to winning. You do not want to drop the ball. Keep this going. It looks like Kyson did get engaged upon from the ramp. That's caused the member of Hats to fully retreat and just run down the bottom into the cutout of the B site proper. So they're running out of time on the side of Vizard. They do have the manpower, well, not anymore. Layers will be sat down by Inz. The bomb will be laid at Inz's feet as well. Liaz will clean up Crimp after dropping the new recruit Inz, and Alistair will get the final frag. And Order's 15th. They're on match point, and Vizard will have to have a miracle run to force it to overtime. But it's not out of the realms of possibility given what Vizard are throwing in.
Yes, and they do have the money to buy up this round. Luckily, they did have a little bit of eco in their pocket. So, they aren't out without a chance right now. So, could go any way this round still. And this is the crucial point on if this is going to win this. But Kim is just Trevor's going to spot out the shoulder of Alistair and take a little bit of it off as he falls back. And that's a little bit of damage you want to happen early on.
Definitely not. It's going to make it easier for the AKs to basically finish you off if you're Alistair. So you'll be holding onto that orb. You'll be holding it extremely tight because you are on a little bit of a weaker tread moving forward. But he's holding the ramp position quite strongly. And if not getting a frag, we'll be trying to hightail it out of there and relaying to the rest of the team. I have seen a whole bunch of angry Vizard members moving down through radio, but Les is up in heaven and will run down Hats, but that'll be all he'll be able to muster ins will get the party saying Kyson will drop ins on the other side, and the bomb is now down on the B site, but the linchpin of Alistair is still up with the ops. So it's basically anyone's guess as to what will happen, especially with Crimp being taken out by Liaz.
Yes, that is even things up 3-3 now. Gonna be hard for them to bring this one back as Liaz deciding if he wants to go up heaven. They're probably deciding if they want to contest this one or if they go for a save. Running out of time. Looks like they're going for the save. Going for the exit frag as Magic gets one. Gonna smoke himself off. Not making sure to keep those guns. They don't want to lose anything that they don't need to right now.
I definitely do not, especially given that the CT side is far more expensive. And I will actually point to my own gaff. The sound cue told me that the one was on B. The map told me it was on B, but it was actually on the upper side. And it was plain for everybody to see. Well, at least I own up to my mistakes. We are moving on to round number 10 of the second half. Order's still on match point, but Visitor not going down quietly, I can tell you that much. We see two UMPs, the M4 and the AK on the side of Order, and the orb at the back of Alistair. It's been a bit of a point for contention. Who's going to grip the orb for Order? Alistair's had a pretty strong showing with the big gun thus far, and Crimp is definitely feeling a lot worse for wear, being brought down to 19. So, well, a stiff breeze with a little bit of a bullet in among it will definitely knock him over.
Yes, and there we go. Kyson getting one. I mean, Alistair getting the kill on the Kyson and taking out Ty. That's the two they want. Vizard getting scared. This is a 5v3. If they lose this round, they will lose their first game. And there we go. Imagine getting one is getting the other one as Lays falls out and will be taken out by Imagine. That is game over. And that will be Vizard losing it.
That'll be Order being your victors today. And a very, very strong showing for new recruit Ins and the rest of the squad. Well, judged off of that one game alone, they're still looking as scary as ever. And I'm looking forward to the rest of their games in the future. But that will be the end of the proceedings for this evening. Order will be your victors, and our coverage of the Mountain Dew League for season number 29 will come to a close. Do you have any parting words, Chuck?
I was glad it was a good game, and Vizard coming back a little bit in the end. So it was an exciting game to watch. And yeah, good to see. It's going to be good to see what happens later on in the season.
Definitely. And a good start for Order being your victors over Vizard this evening in the opening game of the Mountain Dew League for them. But that is where our cast will conclude. My co-caster has been Chuck. My producer has been you and me. You have been watching CappingTV. My name has been Justin, aka Cyber Waste. Good night and happy fragging.